Hey, what's up guys? Sloth King here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use some AC manifold gauges to pull a vacuum on your AC system and to add in refrigerant. Now I'm working on my 89 Toyota Supra. I'm doing a retrofit, so I'm using R134A. So this process is going to be very similar to all vehicles that use the same R134A. The only thing that's going to differ is going to be the amount of refrigerant and oil that you add into your system. So let's get into it. Okay, so we have all of our hoses on our manifold gauge. Blue goes to blue, red goes to red, and the middle one is always going to be yellow, and that's going to be for adding refrigerant and for your vacuum pump. Now I rented the vacuum pump from AutoZone. It has very specific instructions on to add oil to it, so just follow those instructions. I got my couplers on already, but I'm going to show you how to just install them. So on these, turn them counterclockwise. It's going to open them all the way up. You're going to install it, and then you're going to turn it clockwise. That way it pushes on the valve and then it opens up your AC system. You're going to do this on both sides, both high and the low side. Now you're going to make sure that these knobs are fully closed clockwise. And then we're going to turn on our vacuum pump. And then we're going to open these up. Some people say don't touch the red one, but since I had my whole system open, I'm going to open it just to get any kind of moisture out of there. So yeah, now that these are open counterclockwise, you're going to see that it's pulling a vacuum on the system. We're going to do this for about 30 to 45 minutes. And then we're going to come back and then we're going to shut it off and we're going to see if we have a leak on the system. So I'll see you guys in about 40 minutes or so. So go grab a cup of coffee while you do this. All right guys, we're back. It's been about 45 minutes and we're pulling close to like 29 vacuum. It's kind of hard to see on this gauge. But so what we're going to do now, we're going to close both of these valves and we're going to turn off the vacuum pump. And then after we turn off the vacuum pump, we're gonna let it sit for about 45 minutes, maybe 40 minutes or 30 minutes to see if this gauge, this needle drops at all. If it doesn't, that means we don't have any leaks in our system. So let's do that and then we'll be back. All right guys, it's been about 45 minutes and the needle like barely moved. I'm not concerned about that. That's totally fine. We can start adding in our refrigerant. Now for the Supra, Toyota recommends that it takes 22.9 ounces of R134. So I have about 1.5 cans plus a 1.7 ounce can of dye. So what I'm going to do for this, for the new can, I'm gonna weigh it out to see how much the can weighs. So about 15.15 to 15.12. This is off by like 1/10 of an ounce or so, or 100th of an ounce, whatever. This is off just like a little bit, I know that. So the can actually weighs like 3.20, around there. So when it gets down to around 3 ounces, that means it's going to be completely empty. So I have 12 in there, and then this adapter, let's see, how much do I have in there? So I have 10, so I have 7 ounces in here. So I have about 20.2 with this can included too. That should totally be fine. And that adapter weighs 1.3. So altogether, it should be like 4.5 you should take away. Yeah, 7 ounces left. It's not too bad. I might need to get like another can later and top it off. So if your system is completely dry, sometimes you're gonna have to go through and activate your clutch. So that way it can spin and the Freon can enter in. It's kind of annoying, but follow those instructions on your car, because mine is literally just here. I have to add positive power to it and then the clutch will engage. but be careful. Usually you want to fuse this, so do this at your own discretion. So now what we can do, make sure these are closed off. From here on out, we don't touch the red. Unscrew it from your vacuum pump. Screw this on here. We're going to open up the valve. Yep, there goes the refrigerant. It's going in. Now we have to purge. We have to purge this. You're gonna see some refrigerant come out, so you can either like unscrew this or you can hit that. But make sure you're wearing gloves at this point. You're gonna hear some come out. Right when you see the cloud, you're done. There we go. We know that there's no air inside of here now. Now what we can do, we're gonna open up our low side, never touch our high side anymore. Make sure that's cranked down. There we go. It's going in. Try to shake some more in there. It should draw more in. See how the needle's slowly going up? Okay, now here comes the fun part. We're gonna have to start the car, put the AC on, and then I'm gonna have to trip that clutch. Okay, moment of truth. And I'm also gonna have this thermometer on the inside of the vents. Oh, come on. You suck. Whew. It's reading like 93 in here. I'm gonna put that on low. Engage the AC. Oh, it's taking in some Freon. All right, let's see what happens. Slowly moving up. This might take forever. Alright, I think this is gonna take forever. So I'm gonna cut it here to see if I can add any more refrigerant, to see if anything will turn on. Okay guys, so I found out what the issue was for the car not taking the refrigerant. I had so I thought you had to keep the old Schrader valves inside the lines. You had to take them out though. And then in my new couplers or my new adapters, those Schrader valves bent, so it wasn't letting anything in or out. So after the 4th time of evacuating the system, let's see if everything fills up. Okay, I guess my camera just decided to overheat. Let's try this again. Okay. There we go. It's filled, it's primed. Let's see what it weighs. 16 even. Okay, let's open it up. Oh, look at the high sides moving now. Oh, sweet. Oh. That's something leaking. Oh no. No. No, close. Close. Alright guys, after many leaks, I have fixed. I got this on. Go ahead and close this. Let's see what our inside temps look like. Oh guys, look at that. 65 and dropping. I got AC. Oh no. Damn. That sucks.
2 hours later.
Alright guys, wow, that took way longer than I anticipated it to. I had so many issues between those Schrader valves just getting bent from the those other couplers or fittings that I tried putting on, which I thought you were supposed to just screw them on without taking out the old Schrader valve, since the new ones, they have a Schrader valve that pushes down on the old one. But I was completely wrong, and I got my my sources wrong from that. So now that I got everything on there, up at the receiver dryer, that flange fitting that was supposed to just screw right on there, the previous person that had it on there or whatever, I guess it was like stripped out, or maybe I might have stripped it out, I don't know, but I had to really crank it down, because when I started getting some pressure inside of the system, it was awesome, but once I hit like 250, it just blew out. So tighten that down, and now everything seems fine. I'm getting about 65-degree temps from the vent. Not too bad. This is literally just at a standstill, so I'm gonna drive it around, which on the high side is reading at 250 by the time I put the dye in there. So I'm gonna drive it around, see how it is. But that's the basic premises of how you do it and what not to do. You just do it right. Make sure everything's all just snug down on every single line. And yeah, you guys saw everything live. This wasn't like something like pre-done. So as much as it sucked, it's awesome that I got it done. But I'm gonna take it for a drive before I conclude this video, and then I'll let you know what the temps are gonna be at. So those are the vent tips on a retrofitted MK3 Supra. I might need to add like an ounce or two more of Freon. I just have to double check and see what the high side, like the highest high side pressure is supposed to be before like anything explodes. But anyways, that's how you guys retrofit an older vehicle with R12 in it. Also, that's how you use AC gauges and how to pull a vacuum into a system. Hopefully, if you guys can pull a vacuum on a system, use the gauges properly, you can refill your system just fine, as long as you don't have any of the issues that I had, because I completely replaced my whole system. And there's some things that I guess I overlooked, and that's on me. But in a perfect scenario, it literally just gets the best vacuum that you can, and then you refill it with the proper refrigerant level. That's the best case scenario. But as long as you guys can use this video as like a guideline of like how to set up the gauges properly and how to pull a vacuum, you guys will be set. Anyways, if you guys like this video and it helped you out a little bit, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to see more videos like these. I'll catch you in the next one.